All right. What is up, everybody? There's a couple of you already in here waiting. So what's up? I am taking time out of my quick little microwaved meal. I say microwaved, it was really just leftover. You're trying to get a PB on Vegas? Well, good luck, pal. Vegas can suck one. It's I don't know. It just is what it is. It's a very mid track. 237 for you, brother. What are you doing? I can't even say anything. Before I worked full time, um, especially especially during college, depending on my schedule, there'd be days I wouldn't go to sleep until like 5 in the morning and then wake up around 1 in the afternoon. Oh, it was amazing. It was the life. I I mean, I don't know. It just felt good to me. But what's up, everybody? This is, I guess I never clarified if it's how it's pronounced, but Abraxas. Oh, dude, fuck Hungary. Oh man, dude, I've been struggling with it so bad. But yeah, so this is ARS Abraxas Racing Series. Um, Oh, fuck. They're right. I forgot it. I did forget that. I forgot to change the title on my stream. One quick segundo. Stream manager, stream manager. Edit stream info. Abraxas Racing Series Week 3 at Baku. I think it's Week 3. Let me just double verify that super fast. Calendar. Week 4. Poop. Oh, what up? All right, hold on. Week 4. Okay. There we go. Pizza toppings. That is how you say it? Okay, perfect. So, pizza toppings, this is very. No, I have to go into the whole thing. I have to go into the whole thing. Also, let's take a look at these goals. We are 3 away from 60. Um, but as I was gonna say, um, I can't just tell you the toppings. There's a little bit of a context to it. So, every Tuesday, there's this pizza place on my way. Ah, fuck. God damn it. I gotta slide my wheel a little bit. It's kind of blocking my controller cable. I don't know about you, but I don't think a wheel's very good for managing menus while trying to commentate. All right, there we go. So, for me, all right, hold on. Hold on a second. We are now in qualifying. So I can now yap while people do Formula 1. Okay. So, there's this pizza place in town that every Tuesday they do a buy one get one free. And it is probably some of the best pizza I've ever had. All right. And so what I do on some Tuesdays is um what am I trying to say? I'm just so busy just tasting this pizza. Um and so what I do is I get, obviously I'm gonna get two pizzas, one for free. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't I take advantage of that? So my go-to order recently, it's not every week, but it's every so often. My go-to order will be a thin crust pizza with pepperoni and mushroom, sometimes sausage. And then for the regular pizza, I'll do just pepperoni. But they have old world pepperoni, and then they have like a three cheese blend. It's not just your basic mozzarella. It's like a three cheese blend. So a thin large and then a regular large with the buy one get one free is like $20. And you might think, whoa, that's kind of crazy. I can get cheaper at Little Caesars. Well, guess what? Little Caesars fucking sucks. This pizza, amazing, very good. I really really enjoy it. We do see Burl uh, on a pretty quick outlap, getting ready to start his hot lap and the first one of the session. Again, since I kind of fumbled it at the beginning, this is Abraxas Racing Series Week 4 Azerbaijan Grand Prix at the Baku track. Very, very tight, unforgiving, very punishing street circuit, very fast too. So it will be very challenging for our racers to remain very, very fast and consistent throughout the course of qualifying and um, and the race itself. So I would very much expect at least one safety car. There is no way there will not be a safety car during this race. I refuse to believe it. Ooh, running a little wide, using a little bit of the wall, but I have noticed in my own runs at at Baku, you can take a little bit of wall bounce and be perfectly fine. Is it the fastest? Uh, I'm not sure. Oh man, dude, I just swallowed my own spit. Ah, God, dude, I'm trying to like die at the moment. Is what it feels like. Electing not to take too much curb on that chicane. Dude, the whole drop shipping business. I never understood exactly what's going on. It really just sounds like it's an intermediary. Um, they're just an intermediary. Is the way I understand it. Which, hey, I mean, if it makes you money, you know, you can't dog on it too much. Making money is, you know, you're making money. Like, who's gonna judge you for making money? But hey, that's pretty cool, man. Your own business venture is pretty cool. This lap by the Burl not looking exceptional. So I don't expect this to be a very good benchmark for a good lap here. Yeah, he's not even utilizing his entire battery. He just kind of got off of it. Could have used a lot more battery. Let's see who else. We're gonna have a couple people coming across, like a Williams. Um, wow, that was especially bad by Tesco Trolla. Well, I do not know. Yep, there we go. That's a much more benchmark of a lap. DG8, the World Drivers' Championship leader, I think. I'll check in a second because he might have been overtaken. This is my first F1 game, so you know, you can hit me with you know, it was this in this game, it was that in this game. I just have to take your word for it because I have no idea. Man, is this pizza good? Oh. Hmm. The game was really not liking that telemetry, but seemingly really only one driver in a category of his own at the moment. I can also see this track being a little bit of a challenging qualifying track because you don't want to push too hard and suffer DNFing out of qualifying. Um, well, speaking of which, that looked very close. Uh, a bit of dangerous conditions here. People having to take it a little careful going into these tight corners if there is a car stopped on track. Um, what was I about to say? Oh, speaking of, since this is qualifying, let us take a look at the driver's standings. I did not take a picture of them on my phone, so I'm going to have to pull them up separately, and so the game will remain paused very annoyingly. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Standings, standings, standings. So, as it looks like right now, did I even transition? I did. Perfect. Okay. I'm sorry for all the pausing. I don't understand why that game just can't stay unpaused, even though I'm in a windowed full screen mode, but whatever. Um, so we do have Derek Gonzalez, DG, in the Mercedes, still in first place, hanging on with what is an 8-point lead. Um, ZLM. Oh, he did move up spots. That's what it was. He moved up spots based off of the, what was it, the Barcelona? No, they didn't run Barcelona last week. What did they run last week? I already forgot. No, it was Barcelona. I swear it was. I am clicking on all the wrong things right now. Oh my god. Why am I opening up a YouTube video? I swear, I'm not bad with technology. I'm just stupid. It was Barcelona. Okay, it was Barcelona. God, dude. But yeah, so ZLM in the Kick Sauber had originally been in first place, but with Derek Gonzalez winning in Spain, he has now jumped up 2 positions from third to be 8 points clear of ZLM. Next, we have Rossum. Oh, is he in this one? It was a really cool name. Yes, Rossum Emfio. is third in the world drivers with only a point ahead of the Haas Supra, and then only, yeah, there's three people within a point of each other, or within 2 points of each other, I guess. Supra driving a Haas, Lulu driving a Ferrari, and Alex Hansen driving a Red Bull. From there, oh no, I lied. It was Rossum, Supra, and Lulu who are very close together, with Alex Hansen, Mercedes, or Alex Hansen, Slushy, Frosties, Iceman, and Dokta finishing out the rest of the top 10. Excuse me. Um, Dokta and Burl being up there, almost, they're in 10th and 11th respectively as reserve drivers, makes you wonder whether or not they could be signed or what's going on with whatever the teams they reserved for are doing as far as their roster spots. But um, it does seem like Mercedes is leading the constructors championship. Let me now pull that one up. Here it is. Transition. Let me open it up so I can read it. Yes, Mercedes with 23 points ahead of second place, the Red Bulls. Um, I think it is DG8 and 6 Shy. I do remember 6 Shy, so it should be those two who have been putting in consistent performances. So Mercedes have 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s. Wait, what? Oh, because there's 2 of them. Yeah, that would make sense. So only one of them across the first three weeks finished outside of points. That is consistency. That is very good to see if you are really gunning for that world driver, or not the constructors championship. Um, and only one fastest lap, so they are not out and out the fastest. Oh, I've been doing too much reading. I don't know what you guys are off a perk in the chat. I'm over here discussing statistics. You're over here rapping like your name is Tupac. May he rest in peace. um, ZLM was ESTOC. He is currently in the pits. I'm trying to, I do memorizing by exposure. So, racing once a week and not really being a part of the league as it's, as like a member or whatever. Um, it is a little harder for me to like really memorize people. Um, but a couple of these names I definitely do remember seeing. Mikey Tony, I think reserving once again. Um, let's see, the Wizard of Mo, I do remember. Nova, I know from a different league. Amy Haksha, I think might be a reserve. I don't remember him, but he is now uh in pole position. So yeah, rounding out the constructors standings, really Mercedes kind of running away with it, but Red Bull, Ferrari kind of competing for that second, third placement, as it seems. So that should be it for that. Let's get back to qualifying. That's a she? You know Amy? That's crazy. Briars just knows everybody, it seems like, as we see a little bit of a collision going into the pits. But hey, all is good in the world. She's Albanian. What time is it in Albania? Ooh, wait, hold on. Let me take a guess here. Let me see how geographically knowledgeable I am. But for that, I need to take a piece of. I need to take a bite of pizza. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, she lives in the UK. Oh, well, never mind then. But DG8 retaking pole position by over 4 tenths, or about 4 tenths. But this is my challenge to myself. I need to think about it. Azerbaijan. So what is that latitude-wise? That would be around. There's Greece before Moscow. If Poland is 6, if Poland is 6 hours ahead, I want to say Albania. I think it'd be 6 hours ahead. So if she were Albanian, or she is Albanian, if she were in Albania, my guess is that currently it would be so 8 plus 6, 14, 2 in the morning. Fact check me, verify it. Am I just a genius? Is that what I am? Probably not. I'm a little too stupid to be considered a genius. She got banned from W1. What is this lore? For reasons you will not disclose. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. That man, no longer in the session. He will just be hoping that nobody overtakes him. There is lore behind this Amy Hoksha. Hoksha. Man. Let me tell you what, this pizza is now 2 days old in my fridge. Hoksha? This pizza still tastes amazing. Hey. Just because we're big backs doesn't mean we advertise it. I'm not a big back. Okay. Actually, I'm. All my life, I've eaten a lot of food. Ooh, invalid lab. It might have already been invalidated before, but I am not gonna get food poisoning. It's been in the fridge. It's fine. Who cares? Botulism. Look, if I don't believe in botulism, it can't affect me. That's just how things go. You know, if I don't believe in hunger, then I don't get hungry. You know, you get what I'm saying? That's just how things work. But interesting. We have reset to track available here. I don't know actually, because I've had something like that happen where I just like lose control in the pit lane and there's no assist on, but it still kind of like does whatever that was. But hey, nah, man, this beat's good. Leave me alone. Past tomorrow though, it would not. It depends. It depends. There's a context for everything, but I will say, very much in like, I can't really speak to like white American households because I've never experienced them. You know, I didn't grow up in one. But from what I've seen, it is a lot more common in, or maybe not so much common, but it's so much more. I don't want to say toxic, but you'll get a lot of like really contradictory hypocrisy things from parents. So like my mom, growing up, dude, I would eat everything I could because I was burning several thousand calories a day. I was playing so many sports. It was like in high school, I played travel and school soccer year round, and so every day, all I would eat was maybe some cereal in the morning, whatever little bit the school lunch was. And I guess since you're from South Africa, maybe you don't know, but like high school lunch is maybe like 600 to 800 calories, and I would eat that around 11:30, and then I wouldn't eat again until after I got done with both practices around like 9 p.m. And then I would go home and eat like a full meal. So I was pretty fit. I was pretty I wasn't slim because, you know, I got my dad's genetics and he's pretty built, but you know, I was very athletic back in the day. Even going into college, you know, it would sometimes be like 8 hours of a day of just straight exercise, of playing sports. So I'm just so used to eating a lot. Ooh, a little bit of impeding here from a Ferrari just ahead. Was it Ayotzee? It does not seem to have been Ayotzee. It was definitely his teammate, Lil Plays, who seems to be driven by AI? Trying to find the car who's behind him. Yeah, there's two AI cars out on the track, it seems like. One of them being a Red Bull. I think there's a Mercedes coming up to it. I'm a little confused as to what's going on here. But yeah, so as I was as I was getting to, so I would eat as much as I could, and my mom would be like, "Oh, you're not eating enough," whatever. But then as soon as I started gaining a little bit of weight, it was like, "Oh, you're obviously not eating. You're eating too much. You're eating too unhealthy." Depending on her mood, or she'd be like, "What? That's all you eat? You're not eating enough." So it's like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do, man? Make up your mind, woman. Like, what do you want? But yeah, I've seen that a lot more from like uh kind of those like foreign families that are like traditional. So like Mexican, a lot of South American, Central American countries, Asian houses too, or like households. So I don't know. That's just what I've experienced. I can't. That's what I can speak on because that's what I've seen. That's what I've experienced. Um, yeah, we do have qualifying now coming to a close. A little bit of yapping from your boy Fridge. Um, we have DG8 retaining his pole position. Amy, a little more, yeah, about 4 tenths slower, 6 shy. DG8's teammate. In 139, there are only two drivers today during qualifying who have gone sub 139. They are in the 138 territory. But yeah, so I think more of what you're referring to as well, um, Mr. Razak Sali, is um, if you're visiting someone, if you're visiting family, if you're visiting a Mexican household, you will be offered, if it's a traditional house, because things can change, but traditional house, you will be offered food. If they're making food, if they're getting ready to eat, you'll be offered food regardless, but like to sit down and eat with them, okay? And so then you're like, okay, yeah, you can't say no. You have to sit down and eat, and then it is just constant offering of more and more food as Amy does take pole position with the very last lap of her qualifying, uh, just 400ths faster than DG8. That'll be a very interesting battle to see as they are no longer actually burly, making it 3 drivers today sub 139 in the 138 territory. Um, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's that kind of thing where it's like, no, you have to eat more. Come on, you can't say no to me. You have to eat more. There's nothing you can do about it. Um, let me just Razum Feo Mfeo actually with a 5 grid penalty. Very interesting to see. Can I see what the incident was? Grid penalty. There's 2 of them. Collisions. Oh, collision between the 2. I might have missed that. Oh my lord. All right. While we're doing this, I'm gonna take a couple more bites of my pizza, so I'm doing as little of it as I can during the race. Yeah, I hope this is a close race, but that could either be ruined or further accentuated by safety cars, which I think would be very likely here at Baku. So I'll be right back in a quick moment. I am back. Is this formation lap or not? No, we are straight off the bat going into the race. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Let me see the tire. Num 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 num. Lap data we do not need. This should be good. So we are now off to a start in Baku as we are already seeing. Oh my God! People are dying. People are dead. Hopefully that is a little bit of lag, is what it looked like. But we have Amy, still ahead, being hunted down by Burrow, maybe making a move onto the inside. Oh, that was shifty. There is a lot of potential carnage going on in the background as Amy missing out on traction on the exit, now overtaken by Burrow. Burrow. Oh, hey, whoa, Burrow! Was there enough room left there for Amy? Tough to make a call on that, but that I don't like how that looked initially. Or was she maybe just a little too far back and did not own the corner as Burrow losing traction, going to the castle, losing out on a lot of time, ghosting through cars. I know that is typically discouraged, but hey, whatever is the case, we are now under a virtual safety car, potentially a full safety car soon, as I see a car stopped on track. Yes, Amy has now left the session. Very unfortunate to see. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't think that was any racing incident. That was definitely somebody's fault. Whose fault? I am not to say. I don't get the best of angles from here, so maybe it'll be a ticket and it'll be looked at by the stewards. Did not look like the cleanest racing, but that is all right, guys. We do see that man now jumping ahead of ZLM EST. No, they are swapping back and forth. Oh man. Well, regardless, we have not seen any other DNFs and nobody pitting, so maybe no significant damage taken, even with some of that damage or some of that colliding being done. We do see DG8 picking up a lot of time on the cars behind. EST now overtaking Nova down this sector one straight. So far, nothing too exciting. This is a very tight track, and so I can imagine overtakes would be very, well, they are risky, but also very hard to come by, at least within reasonable risk. As Nicky Lauda would say, you know what, never mind. I don't know where I'm going with that. We do have Tesco Trolla, actually, maybe with some amounts of damage, as he is very slow behind the rest of the pack. I don't see much damage. Maybe he's just struggling a little bit, but so far it looks like the 2-3 front runners are running away from the rest. The high-speed sector in Sector 3 is dangerous if you turn too much. That is very true. You know, in Baku, you're gonna want to have less exaggerated wings to increase your top speed, and so, you know, it's a thin balance, right? If you don't have enough grip going around that like S's part, and you spin out, you're gone. You're going so fast that it is hard to believe that you don't take a wall to the face. AOT now within 2/10 of DG8 with the help of some DRS, making a little bit of a move into the inside. Happy to await for the next straight, as we have what is a safety car? Safety car. I can see it on the board. There is now a safety car. It is Tesco. No, EST. What has happened to ZLM? ZLM EST. Where is he at? I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. But there is now a safety car. How many laps will this go on for? I don't know. I don't know. No, it is a virtual safety car now. And they will soon begin racing, I think. Yeah, it does. You know, that's probably what the smartest thing would be, especially this early on in the race. You know, you don't have to get ahead of it. anybody. You know, you can really just wait for them to make a mistake, especially considering um, some of the qualifying times weren't very strong comparatively to the front runners, and so a couple people receiving driving through or they're receiving drive-through penalties. Three, six shy, the Ida, and the Wizard of Mo. DGA, maybe I don't know. Six shy already off to a little bit of a bad race, and then collecting a drive-through penalty, definitely hurting him a lot. Um, yeah. I mean, it all depends on driver psychology. You know, does Aote want to just ride behind him and collect battery? Because it does not seem like he's collecting much battery. If anything, it's like he's not committed to either or, right? He's not committed to really saving battery behind him and then forcing an overtake somewhere, probably the long straight. And he's not really committed either to recharging his battery and just kind of wearing him down. He's kind of in a little bit of a purgatory. He needs to make up his mind and be decisive on that front. As we see, that man, no, he has lost time to Burl ahead of him, but still staying within 5/10. Lil Play Z, very close to Nova, just ahead of him. Um, and then Ace Ponage, very close to Eso Manu, ahead of him. Wizard Mo going into the pits. Aote still just kind of hanging back. He's really not harvesting. Um, oh my God, Dustin. Okay, so first of all, happy to see you, man. Always a pleasure to have you in my presence. I didn't even realize. So for BFR Black Flag Racing, that is, I guess, what I would consider my main league. You know, just shameless plug there. Um, we do two casual, well, now it's going to be three casual drop-in races throughout the week, just for fun, you know, have a community. Um, and I forgot that today, or last night, we actually had some people, no, 2 nights ago, I don't remember, but we decided, like, hey, no, Rosik Sali. Yeah, I don't know, whenever we decided, um, everybody's like, let's do Baku, or I don't know how it went down, but we settled on Baku, and I didn't even realize I'm commentating Baku, and then I'm gonna race it immediately after. So hey, I get to see a little bit of a taste probably. No, it'll be so much worse. This is a league race. You don't want to do anything too crazy, considering there's penalty systems and all that. Nova now DNFing. What has happened to Nova? Did he crash on pit exit? No, that can't be. That can't be. Oh, we have a little bit of. Oh, I just switched over, and there was a severe collision between multiple cars, shaking up the front of the field. Aote taking the 10-second penalty, so maybe the instigator, or maybe just a case of the game blaming the wrong person. I've seen plenty of that. But now, that man in first place with over a second ahead of, or between him and Burl. Then Lil Plays with over a second between him and Burl, and then from there, the grid kind of separating. Maybe the damage that they took in that collision. I can see both of Burl's, what are they called? End winglets. I heard somebody call it. I just call them side winglets because that's what they would be called on a plane. Taking minor damage on both sides of the car. So, maybe a couple of these guys have taken some sort of damage to lessen their pace, or they're just a little bit tilted and, losing focus and just not able to drive as consistently when, when I get frustrated, I just kind of start to lose it. I start to crumble. Will we see Rossum? No. He will overtake, but it seems like Lil Play Z is going into the pits. Yes, he is going into the pits. Rossum now ahead with DG8 trailing him very tightly. It very much seems like DG8 may have a lower wing setting, and so while he may lose time in the corners, he gains a significant amount of time on the straights at Baku, which there are plenty of. Hey, Razak Saleh, if you're serious about joining the drop-in, it'll be at like 9 in 45 minutes most likely. So That man, he is. He has every opportunity right now. I wish I could see tire wear, because I've seen him lock up his tires plenty. So I wonder if he's doing a one stop again. I think I've said it before. Um, you know, the meta from what I hear and from what I've seen myself is that 50% races one stops. The one stops save you so much time compared to a two stop. Even if you're going slow at the end of your stints, it's saving you so much time. So, you know, depending on how well he can manage his tires, because locking up your tires constantly does not bode well for managing tires. But yeah, as I say, he has to have ABS enabled, and he's just full braking as we see Rossum and Feo touching the wall a little too inappropriately, with DG8 coming in very quickly behind him. Burl DNFing as a result of that wall touch, I think, unless I got the wrong car. I don't know. But yes, I that man 4-ish. Oh, he's lost time. 3 seconds ahead of Rossum and Feo. But it will come down um, to his pace on those tires. Are we seeing Rossum defend or go into the pits? They are both going into the pits. Are we under another safety car? I think we might be. For them to be pitting and for the entire... It has to be a safety car. I see the flags. I'm trying to read the boards. Safety car. Safety car has come out. Yes, yes, you're right. You know, if it's minimal wing damage, you can probably stay out. Since a lot of the turns that you do need to navigate are pretty tight, and so you'll be going slow regardless, right? Mm. Sorry, just taking another bite of my pizza, but yeah, I mean, I said it before. I fully expected there to be. I fully expected there to be safety cars. With Dustin is saying that for the drop-in race at 9, we should require 0-0 for the wings. That'd be so hilarious. Usually they're like, I don't know, what would you say, Dustin? I'd say maybe 30, 40 minutes. No, about 40, because we do 35% with a short qualifying. I'd say about 40 minutes. We are seeing the top 3 switching onto hards. I love the decision. They've gotten rid of their pits or the pit stop. They have gone through both mandatory tires, and so with the help of the safety car, it won't really be like 20 laps that they're on their hards. It'll be more so maybe like 18, 19 of race pace laps on the hards, which is still a bit of a long stint. But at Baku, a lot of straights you won't see as much tire wear as some other tracks, and so I very much like this strategy. Um, they've made a very, very good decision. Is it halal? Brother, do you think I know what is halal? I eat, I feed myself, I consume food, I I I supersede, I overcompensate for my I overdo my calorie intake. What do you think I know about halal? I don't know. Probably not. It's got pepperoni on it. Pepperoni's what? Pork? What is pepperoni? I actually have no idea what pepperoni is. Is that embarrassing? Should I not have admitted that to people? Pepperoni's pig, right? Right? Yeah, right? Yeah, I'll go with it. I think pepperoni is pig, so I don't think it is halal. I do not think it is halal at all. Hey, that man, what are we doing inside the safety car, pal? Pepperoni's not pork? What's pepperoni then? Alright, you know what? Let's just ignore what's going on the screen. Let's just talk food, man. What is pepperoni then? Because it's not cow, is it? What the hell is pepscaroni? . Dustin, you know as much as I do about halal. Um, dude, what is pepperoni? It has to be pork. There's no way. It's like sausage almost. Is it cow? What else could it be? It's not chicken. I can tell you, it's not chicken. Ooh, is it like broccoli, where it's actually lab made? You guys know that broccoli does not grow naturally. It is made in, at least I don't know what it does now, but it's goat. No, it's not. No, the fuck? Pepperoni is not. There's no way pepperoni's goat. I refuse to believe that. Maybe it is over there in the UK. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys are weird over there. Hey, Gladys. Hey, Gladys. Bring the pepperoni. We must consume goat. Pepperoni can be beef too. See, that was my next choice. I would have assumed pork because of how much grease is in it, right? You know, usually you see pork is like super greasy. Um, at least the way they're cooking the pizza, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Dude, let me tell you what though. The steaks I be cooking up in my pan some days, whenever I like, the days that I actually feel motivated to be an adult, dude, the steak I make, oh, the juicy tenderness of it. You can't see it, but I'm like feeling myself sensually. So, back to F1 racing. I wonder when the safety car is coming in. I think it has come in already. As we resume racing, it seems like going to turn one, will we keep it clean going through this turn? It seems like so far yep, very clean, very tidy. I love to see it. Um, Let us continue. There is a little bit of collision, it looks like, as the field shakes up a bit in the middle. A lot of people moving up and down the field. There is definitely a collision as we see an Alpine in Mikey Tony spinning out of control and stopping on the track. DG8 very close to I That Man. I That Man shielding that racing line from DG8. DG8 really putting a lot of pressure on him. We may see some true attempts. Well, really, I think DG8 happy to stay behind I That Man for the moment and wait until next lap when it can be very simple to overtake with the help of DRS. Because at the moment, all that he would do is, lose that advantage. He'd give the advantage to I That Man behind him to sit behind him and just, you know, you really utilize that DRS. So, that's what I would expect, but that does mean he wants to stay within DRS range. Currently, he is not doing a very good job of that. As we see, Lil Play Z really... Ooh, and Aozi making a move. What is going on behind? Haas colliding into a McLaren, shoving him essentially into the wall, leading to a DNF. Incident report. That is an immediate incident report. Are we seeing yet another safety car? Yes, we are. This is brutal. This is brutal. I mean, they've already made their pit stop. There's no need for them to pit again. I mean, this is just free, uh, extending their tire wear for free. I think through Castle, DBG went deep in the corner, very likely. Um, I mean, you guys saw that, right? It was, I think, Lil Plazy or Aote, one of the Ferraris, making a move, making a clean overtake, with the other guy, braking, and whoever was behind, I think it was the Haas, just not being aware of the situation and just braking way too late, rear-ending him into the wall, causing a DNF. I know that McLaren is going to be very frustrated. Yeah, we are seeing a lot of talk in the Discord about people being way too impatient, trying to make moves through very tight parts of the track. Um, yeah, I mean, I fully agree. I fully agree. I mean, if anything, this just gives me a chance to eat more pizza. And I guess I may need to let everybody know in the BFR league that the casual race may start a little after 9. Um, I can't. I have to like fully focus on typing sometimes because I can't read. Um, I see somebody spinning out in a Mercedes. I think I was observing DG8. That is not good to see. All right, so that is the league notified. All right. Yeah, DG8 falling down all the way to 8th. I don't know, man. Does he change his strategy there? Did he take damage? If he took damage, I think he has to pit. But if he went through with no damage, then just might as well stay out. I think he will be staying out. No, he is pitting as well as the Williams behind him, Rossum and Feo. What tire will he switch to? He's already started. He started on mediums. So what could he really be changing to? He is changing onto mediums. A second set or a used set? It looks like a new set. It might just be, he did take damage. That is unfortunate. Um, you don't. So you don't have to race as your teams in. Wait, no, you don't have to race as your teams in the league if you don't want to. It's just I think most people do just because they wanna stay in that rhythm with their car. Briars, were you just doing some Baku grinding, or were you doing like a race? Oh, I guess you did say time trial. What is your PB, Mr. Briars, Mr. Stewart? Ooh, I can confirm an incident for somebody. I have no idea. You think I just know my time trial times like that? I don't even think I've done a time trial at Baku. I mean, shit. Let's check. Let's check. Have a quick guess. 140. No, you're probably 139. 139.5. 139.5 is my guess. I'm logging into my race now. Let's see, Baku. Oh, I see it. Azerbaijan. Yeah, I don't even have a time trial there. You've been doing your practice, huh, at Hungary? Dude, I have as well, and dude, I am not enjoying it. DG8's personal best time trial at Baku is a 139.8. A 40.6? Wow, you have let me down, man. You have let me down. I'm just joking. Am I even friends with any of these guys in this league? I think aside from DG8, I am not. We are now resuming racing, it seems to me. With I That Man. Ooh, a lot of overtakes going on. A lot of moves being made. Can we keep it clean? We are going too wide through this first turn. We are fine. We are totally diddly. Quicker than Ashira. Well, hey, that's pretty decent, I guess. All right, you know, don't mind me. Just very much so. Uh, Texting my girlfriend. Cannot leave them on delivered for too long unless you feel like risking your life. Um, Don't you worry about it, my man. Don't be worried about it. It's gonna be rough regardless. I did his terror attack at Spa. Are you talking about Hashira? I don't think I did, because it's in a league that I'm not a part of. Um, so just quick recap of what's going on. Yeah, so I have no idea. I have no idea. I just heard them talking about it, or saw them talking about it. After the restart, really only one driver remaining very, very close. Two drivers, DG8 very close to Iceman, and AOT very close to Ace Ponage, trying to make a move as they head into the very long and very fast, almost fully straight section of this track. Everybody else over a second between them. You got punted by by Hashira and Deuces. That's hilarious. Will we see? AOT has really used up a lot of DRS or ERS, a lot of battery through that first lap. I mean, he kind of just needed to save it for this lap. He's pushing a little too hard with his battery, all for nothing essentially. You don't always have to use battery to keep up. You know, if you have pace, then, you know, let them just be slow through the dirty air. But hey, that's just me. I am no expert. I am just a commentator. As we do see DG8 now being let through by his teammate, maybe, sort of, or just being overtaken by his teammate, or overtaking his teammate. Oh, yeah, man, dude. How many are we up to now? 7 DNFs through this race out of a field of what was 17? Dustin. I don't want to click off. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Sue me, guys. Sue me for clicking off. Hey, man. As an admin, you gotta be ready for anything. You gotta be ready at all times. I will continue to eat my pizza. This is so good, man. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah, I think you guys know what I'm saying. How's that man? He can get very close. This is what I'm talking about. He has plenty of battery saved up to make a move on 6 Shy through this very, very long straight. Has 6 Shy. Ooh, 6 Shy does have more battery saved up than Iceman, so it will come down to DRS and setup. Can he make a move? Maybe even late braking, kind of an overtake. Ace Ponage now. I think he has made a move there. Too wide. Clean through, but Iceman not able to get ahead. It seems like Ace Ponage maybe and DG8 were battling and keeping it very close. Anyone watch regular show? I watched it very little. I really did not watch much of Cartoon Network growing up. I mostly watched the Disney XD and for a while, because you know, my family didn't have cable for a long time. There was a lot of PBS and Boomerang for a while, but when we did, you know, kind of have some other channels, it was a lot of Disney XD for me, and really just Disney XD. I don't think we ever really switched off of it. So I'm talking Pair of Kings. Woo, what a show! Pair of Kings, kicking it. Phineas and Ferb for sure. Lab Rats the second one. I think yeah, there were like 2 different Lab Rats shows, I think. What else? DG8 now, really. DG8 and Rosum, really the only 2 cars within striking distance of anybody else. What else did I watch on Disney XD? My gym partner's a monkey. I think that was on Cartoon Network. I also never really watched Gumball either. Hannah Montana, that was Disney. That was Disney Channel. Disney XD. Disney XD was the edgier, the edgier for teenagers. And I wasn't even a teenager when I started watching. It's just what we watched. Come on, man. Respect Disney XD. Oh man, what else was on Disney XD? I'm blanking, man. It was all I watched, and I'm blanking. DG8 now making a move on AOT. Can he make it stick as he takes the inside? Nope. I don't want to say chickens out, but maybe calculating his risks and thinking, oh, he gets a much better exit. He has now overtaken AOT. He has the newer mediums as compared to AOT's older hards. ZLM, you are EST, by the way. Thank you for the very critical information. I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, dude, the lack of patience in this race, I mean, we have seen aggressive moves into some of the tightest parts of the track. I mean, what are we doing? That is just the definition of boneheaded. It's like a Pachycephalosaurus, you know? Ooh, you guys like that one. You thought I didn't know about dinosaurs. Rawr! But Pachycephalosaurus, you know, the ones with the big, I think it's keratin, or I think it's like a protein, like what's, I think that's also kind of what is on her is what her nails are made of. I think I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the shut up, Briars. I am not a nerd. I used to be, and I just, you know, I can't decide like actually is memorized in my brain. I just remember things. See, like I can tell you some of the books I read back in elementary school. I mean, come on, man. But you know, they're like just headbutting into walls. They're headbutting into each other. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of impatience. It's a long race, and really, the the whole aim around Baku. Yeah, sure. Oh, let's gain positions. But the other thing is, it's so dangerous, dude. It is so tight. That is a very good question. Briars is a experienced steward. Briars can definitely answer that. If you are still Hilliard Briars, you are being summoned for a information consultation as some damage to DG8's front wing. It looks very minimal. It is one of the side winglets, so nothing too crazy. You can answer Mr. Dr. Bravestone 12 OG, Razak Saleh as he is known at BFR. He has a question about stewarding practices. Um, a nerdy unk. I just saw that. No, guys. Come on. I just know a lot of things. I retain information. Um Ooh, Rossum and Feo. I looked too. Never mind. I said he was making a move and then he outbreaks himself and spins around. Well, if that's a safety car, that has to be penalized by the league. There's no way. If that results in a safety car, that has to be penalized because there's no safety car because I would consider that as almost no, not almost. That would I would consider that as like an intentional safety car. Why am I receiving an invite from Nathan? He is one of the admins for the league, and it's not even close to 9 yet. Chill out, man. I'm commentating. Settle down. Settle down. I know I'm a very, very sought after person. I have that kind of aura around me, but like, let's settle down. Let's settle down. I'll be there when I get there. That man still holding on to that lead. A safety car really would have fucked him in the ass there if it had come out, but it does not. So he is definitely very happy as we see DG8 now making another move on AOT, now into third place. 5 seconds behind a low play Z, and then 7 seconds behind I That Man. No, 8 seconds behind I That Man, sorry. Really, this is the only battle left going on now since Rossum lost control trying to make a move and DNFing after through what looked to be very, very intentional. What is being said through this league Discord? Because I don't want to click off. I've clicked off enough. What is being said? Okay. Nothing that I need to worry about myself. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, look, I want to say, what was it? The last race was actually pretty good. You know, it was exciting to watch. The top 5 to 6 drivers at Spain were having such an amazing battle. Specifically, especially, quite particularly, the mostly the front two, front three. You know, that third place guy kind of was in it, but it was such an awesome battle to watch in Barcelona. So, you know, a little saddening to see that this is the result of this week's race. But then again, it is Baku. That I know of, none of these guys are professional drivers. So, you know, it can happen, especially with, you know, a varied field in skill, experience, and whatnot. So, look, man, it's just gonna happen. Yeah, it's a judgment thing, you know, judgment, skill, temperament, everything is just further exacerbated. Ooh, big word. Exacerbated by it being such a tight and difficult street circuit. So, you know, you hate to see it, but it just is what it is. I do see that man has lost maybe 3/10 to Lil Plazy behind him. Um, we're not really okay. Briars, you're wrong and you're right. Oh, Aote taking some damage to his wing. Could this be the end of his podium? I sure hope not, but he's already struggling, so it's not good. But you're both wrong and you're right, Briars. I do not wear glasses like 90% of the time. I do wear glasses when absolutely necessary, like driving. I'm nearsighted, and it's not bad, but it's not minimal. So if I'm driving, it'd be very irresponsible of me to not wear my glasses. Okay, Briars, I don't need to know. I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear it. Because, you know, the nerd, the nerd. Well, whatever you want to call me. Yeah, he is just struggling. He is struggling in these corners. All I'm saying is, man, of all people here, I am the most likely to be able to work with an F1 team if I play my cards right. That's all I'm saying, man. And the pizza. I do have the fucking pizza. You don't have the pizza, man. Oh my god. Why do I know exactly what you're referencing? Dame tu cosita. Dame tu cosita. I don't even think that's a Spanish song. I think it might even be like a Portuguese song. But like, hey, dame tu cosita. No, that might be Dominican. Dame tu cosita. I do wonder, looking at this, the remaining 9 drivers, do they adjust points in this league? I don't know. Because, I mean, we're down to 9 racers. Oh, man, dude. What is this? Oh, man. What a race. What a race. The Wizard of Mo, looking like he wouldn't have had pace to be on pace or fast enough around this track to get points. Dude, he might get points now. Speaking of which, you know what? We have time. That man pitting? That man has pitted? And switched to hards? And is now 6 seconds behind 3rd place? With 6 laps to go, 6 to 7 laps to go. He was only on like 13 lap old tires. I don't know, man. I feel like with the lead he had, it hurt him way more to pit than it did to stay out. I don't know. Poor strategy management through the safety cars is quite possibly costing him potentially a podium, but very likely the win. As now Lil Plazy and Aote, the 2 Ferrari drivers, running that one too. But Aote is under danger from behind by DG8, but this may be around the time where the hards can outperform the mediums. So I don't know, man. Aote's been struggling to keep himself away from the walls with bumping and running into these walls. He's already taken a little bit of wing damage, but he's struggling to keep control. Yeah, everybody else should be pretty much cemented into their places. Bro pulling up Max Verstappen Belgium drive. I don't know about you, but I don't think that man is Max Verstappen. But what I will say is, on these fresh tires, he has already made up half of that time. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he knew full well that he could make up this time. I mean, these are some pretty old tires, I will say. Lil Plazy also coming into the pits. It has to be for softs. If they're not soft tires, then he's losing positions. He's losing too much time making this pit stop. What is he switching to? Did he already switch? He's already switched. Okay, these were used mediums. So this is actually very good for him. Maybe. He's going to have to make up a lot of time. Riley KM, what is up, family? What is up, May? Are you in this race? Are you a part of Abraxas Racing Series, or did you just stumble across this stream? If you are a wandering stranger, what is going on? I say may. Alright, I consider that very gender neutral. Whether you be male, female, a dinosaur, or a cat, I will say may. Might be in a fight for the end? Quite possibly. That man, now in third. After pitting, he is only a couple of tenths slower, or behind, not slower, behind DG8. He is catching up. He is making up a lot of time. You know, I was dogging on him. I was giving him a lot of shit for pitting. But you know what? He knew full well the situation. He knows that DG8 and AOT are on old tires. So he knows he will have more grip for the rest of the race unless they pit. Which, in that case, he will no longer have to fight with them anyways. Now, that man will have DRS, will have better tires. He should be able to make this overtake as easy as I don't know, breathing in air. There we go. He has the better tires. It's just as simple as that. And with better tires, he won't have to worry too much about defending immediately after this move. You know, he will have more grip out of the corners. He will have more exit speed out of every corner. I mean, he's just gonna have so much of an advantage. He is already within almost 5/10 of AOT. AOT on the oldest tires of the entire field right now. That man feeling it, absolutely feeling it. AOT could win for Ferrari. Wait, AOT? Oh, I don't know. Never mind. AOT could win for Ferrari before Lewis Hamilton wins at Ferrari. He can, but I do not think he will. AOT is on. He's just on. His tires are just too old. They're too cooked. The only saving graces, and I don't want to jinx it, is a safety car coming out this late. That would result in maybe like 2 laps of actual racing, forcing everybody to go onto softs, and then it would be an all-out brawl for the win. But yeah, I don't see that happening. As that man. Yeah, look at this. Perfect management. He knows to be patient. He knows he has the better tires. He is just conserving and saving his battery for the straight so that it's as stress-free as possible. Exactly. See, you and I are thinking the exact same thing. That man, just being patient. He knows he can get past them very, very easily, and so he's just waiting for the best and safest moment to do so. As we do see the Wizard of Mo now being lapped, he is ghosted, so they will not have to worry about that at all. That man, very, very likely to make his move now. It does seem like AOT is very low on battery. This will be very, very easy for that man to make. Or not. AOT out-braking himself. He has taken significant damage. His race is over. His race is over as DG8 DNFing. What happened to DG8? Another DNF. Unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. Dude, AOT just has to stay out. Or I don't know. Does he stay out? Does he get it fixed? If he hits, then he'll drop to 7th. And if he doesn't pit, he could drop to 7th. There's still so much time that... You know, people are really struggling with Baku. Ooh, there's a Mexican flag back there. I know you see it. I saw it. You can't call me crazy. I saw that Mexican flag. Para la gente, mi raza. Representando en todo el mundo. México. El Tri. AOT just... I mean, dude, he's cooked. He's cooked without that front wing. Yep, now 3-second time penalty. He's just done. He's just done. Iceman, all he has to do is gain a second on him in 3 laps, and he gets a podium. He has to survive. He has to survive, and he gets a free podium, essentially. Dustin, come on, man. That was not my fault. That was not my fault. My teammate... Okay, it was my fault. It was half and half. Yeah, you can probably go ahead and log on. As soon as this race is done, I'll finalize the stream, and I'll be hopping into that. No! Okay, no. You guys are spinning the facts. Alright? You guys are going to make Riley think that I am an absolutely incompetent driver. No. I was lapping my teammate after making my way up from 8th place to 4th place. you know, because I qualified third, and then a safety car, so I pitted, you know, whatever. I was in eighth. I made amazing. You gonna stream the race too? I probably could. I don't see why not. Um, but yeah, so I'd made some money moves. I looked like Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton. You know it's good when even the commentator is glazing you. So, um, yep, Ice That Man now officially looking at podium without needing to overtake AOT. But yeah, so I made moves. Dude, it was so beautiful. I pretty much made a move up the inside of the last two turns of Imola, so I was gonna get DRS. And so I overtake him cleanly, and then I get DRS, he does not. So I am gaining a bunch of time on him. Ice that man, calm down. Just wait for the straight. You're already ahead of him. Okay, he's been let through. But yeah, so I'm going down the Imola straight, the Imola pit straight. It's not really super straight, but like that length. And then he's spun out a little bit and he's regained control, but he's on the racing line. And I'm going maximum speed, and he's going very slow. So in my head, you know, I should have communicated. I should have said something like, "Hey, just stay on your line. Don't worry about it. I'm going fast enough to where it won't matter." But I don't. I freeze up and I don't say anything. Shut up, Briars. I'm going through the story. um, and he's like, he's coming in fast. I should get off the racing line so he doesn't lose time. But it just so happened that he does it as soon as I'm getting ready to pass him off the racing line, and we collide. It was, man, dude, it was depressing because I was cooking. I felt so on fire there at Imola. I felt like I easily could have gotten podium in the first race of the BFR League, but hey, it's okay. I sucked at Austria in the rain, so you know what are you gonna do? What are you going to do as Ice That Man now behind Ace Ponage? Yep, and AOT has pit. He's just losing out on so much time. That man looking like a very free race win at Azerbaijan, Baku. Man, man, man. What is this mention? What did I get mentioned in? Why am I so popular these days? I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Oh, it's just a reminder. Okay, yeah, I know that. Am I missing out on anything else? I mean, the race is pretty much over. It's a formality at this point. Just checking in on some other stuff. Just making sure I'm not missing anything important, really. Does not seem to be the case. Wow, there are people throwing around accusations of people being very dirty drivers. Oh, man. There is drama. There is drama in this chat. Well, as it stands, that man just, you know, needing to keep it clean, and he wins. He gets a free win. Yeah, there's just so much drama going on, but it seems to be some of it is a little justified. Oh my god. Dustin, no, you will not be ahead, pal. I will make sure of it. Whether I have to forcefully run you into the wall, you will not win this race. I'm just joking, man. I'm joking. But yeah. This pretty much has been, not pretty much, this has been Abraxas Racing Series, ARS, Week 4 at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku is the name of the track. We have That Man in the Alpine crossing the finish line with a race win. Easy does it. Finishing first place with Lil Play Z in the Ferrari, following right behind him second. Third, we have Ace Ponage in the Racing Bull. I mean, the gaps between these cars. But this race was all about survival, and these racers have survived, for better or for worse. Iceman in fourth, Six Shy fifth, AOT sixth, Mikey Tony seventh, and the Wizard of Mo in eighth with a million DNFs. What is that? 9 DNFs? Hate to see it, man. Hate to see it, but there are some accusations being thrown around for some overly, well, not even accusations. There was definitely overly aggressive maneuvers being attempted. Yes, I will send you an invite, fam diggity. Um, just need to let this finalize and get or get the final results on the stream just for to help out um the league admins. All we have left is Mikey Tony to cross the finish line. Man, this pizza's kind of dry now. It's kind of stale. I don't really want it anymore. But I do have some Coke. I do have some cherry Coca-Cola. Well, this has been, I will say once again, the ARS Abraxas Racing Series Week 4 Azerbaijani Grand Prix. Baku is the name of the track. As we see, that man driving for Alpine, finishing first. That I would look at if he has any other wins. I'd look at stats, but again, it like pauses, and it's so annoying. But let us get this these couple of things up here. So let me just get these race results. I mean, only so many will actually be useful. And then let's also just take a quick look at these, just so they can go through these if need be. Pit stops. I mean, this isn't very necessary, but just boom, boom. All right, that should be it. So thank you so much for being here, guys. I will very quickly stop and then restart the stream just so that this VOD ends here for their race. So I'm not muddling it with my shitty driving. But this has been ARS Abraxas Racing Series Week 4 at Baku. I am the Fridge Gamer, La Fridge Gamer, whatever you want to call me, dad, father, papa, whatever you want. I hope you've enjoyed. It was alright from my point of view. It was fine. It was whatever. But, hope to see you in my next couple of streams for this week or next week or just, on my channel, you know look around, take a quick peek. I've got some stuff on there. I've got some decent stuff on there, I like to think. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. And if you stay, you will be here for, I guess, the casual drop-in race, the funsies, and get to see me race. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed.